Right. So there's Red Eye Latte, and I'm going to be doing a run on a PlayStation 1 classic game, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Obviously, finding a legitimate copy of this is extremely hard to find. Yeah, better odds just trying to get it through the PlayStation Store or through other means, if you know what I mean. All right. As always, we're going to do a file select. All right. There it is. Right. Um, so there's actually something a little special about the first stage of Castle, the first stage, or in this case, the opening of the game itself. I'll explain it when we actually get to it. You gotta hand it to some of the video game companies trying to use the PS1 engine to the best of their abilities to actually give you some of these 3D graphic, 3D sections. Sorry. All right. Yep. I'm always a bit of a partial for the cross during the round of blood runs. Right. So I'm just trying to get used to the controls. It's been a while. Here. Even though it looks like you can actually use this, it's really not part of the current bonuses. So, when I get some extra hearts, you can get some extra hearts. Its main weapon is going to be the cross.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves!
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Let's see. Okay, that's to do the crash ability. Wow, that actually did some pretty good damage. That. Okay, so there's a special bone. So, depending on how you manage to finish this run, will actually dictate your stats. So, I'm going to be a little on the serious side just so I can get the. Oh, okay. Right, I could have ducked on those meteors. Oh. So you have to take Dracula down with full health. You will be actually be given the best out, and I'm just gonna have standard stats for the run. Okay, well I'm not gonna be nice about it. Oh, that's no fun. I'm very curious what the hell just happened.
No, it cannot be!
Right, so as I mentioned, depending on how you get through that starting fight will dictate a la carte stats. So you manage to beat him with full health, he'll have the best starting stats. You take a couple hits, you're gonna have standard stats. However, if you faint, or if you get taken down and Maria revives you, the little guy that ran in to help you out, you're gonna have the weakest stats in game. And considering I'm way out of practice, I have the weakest stats. And it's not to say it's gonna be difficult, but everyone always has a playstyle. Though in game there are some really nasty abilities that you can get your hands on. So one such thing being there is a specific weapon you can get your hands on. It is quite a nasty piece of work, that one. But once I get the specific weapon on hand, I'll explain why it is a nasty piece of work. But also, I'm just gonna lay this out right now. I do have a PlayStation. I am running this on a PlayStation, but not in the traditional sense. And before anyone asks, no, I'm not running this on an emulator, per se. Well, there's Allie. Yeah, you're gonna be winning any awards with that. See, I remember how to do some of its nastier moves. Yeah, there's the shadow abilities. There are some other abilities you can learn throughout the game. Yeah, you ain't walking at that. So if you're curious, you're actually starting with the best in-game weapon. One of the better weapons for this game. It's ow. There we go, early leveling. Nope. Wait, if I remember right... Yeah, that's what I thought. And... Alright. There are multiple areas in the game, but... So, if anyone's curious... No, I'm not gonna say curious. I am gonna beat this. I'm gonna go for the 200% run, so anyone that's played Castlevania will know about the standard castle and the inverted castle. Which, when I did the run...
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again. What?
Give me a quick second. I'm just trying to adjust the volume setting on my monitor. There we go. Now for my taste. There we go. Right, so... Yep, all we have just our knuckle dusters. Oh, forgot to have the shield on me. So, that is Death, one of the recurring villains of the series, second only to Dracula himself. So for now, as in all Castlevania games, you gotta start somewhere. Right, okay. We go short sword. Our first, yep, short sword, potion, a pot roast, and our first standard weapon. So, in short, all our gear, we're gonna have to get it from the ground up. So, anyone can get your hands on. It's all gonna be procured. You're gonna procure throughout the entire castle. Ah, the red rust. Alright. Alright, and this will be our save point. Find these places as often as you can because you don't know when you're gonna die. Because I guarantee you, I will die throughout the game. Especially when first item. The Cube of Zoe. So this will go to our first equipment items. So this will let us know about enemy damage, enemy stats, and whatnot. Now, very interesting thing about the hallway is actually a way so they can do a soft transition throughout the entire game. Yeah, I remember why I'm never a fan of the short sword. There we go. Nope, nope. Nope. You die. The High Curious. First armor in the game. But there is a way to kill those guys. I think with red rust. Let me test it out. No, guess not. Alright, sorry about that. Ow. There we go. First shield of the game. Not your best one. So everything you're just gonna have to gather around. You will be getting better weaponry. That's either found throughout the mansion or found throughout the castle. First. There we go. Alright, sub-weapons. There will be a few. We got the throwing knife. That's a good start. That's a good start. There's this thunder. come on. There we go. I don't think, yeah, can't figure as much. Sorry, I just feel a bit nostalgic with this game. I'm more of a knife guy, but you can use the axe if you need to deal with overarching enemies. It's a fun little toy. Oh, right. First boss fight. I guess getting the axe here is actually pretty useful for once. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ow. 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 Jesus. I should have just kept the knife. Wow, this is not my... What? I'm gonna use this. Oh my god, I just locked it. Oh, thank God. And our first life up. Oh, I thought I was gonna die that right off the bat. So I'm probably missing some items then. Yeah, I must have missed a lot. Yeah, I must have missed a few items from the last area. I should have gotten to the save point right there. I'm gonna be mad. Okay, what do you have here? Okay, so this magic sealed door, so we can't go there. Okay, what the hell's the QSO? Causes item materialize. Okay. Ow. Okay, so there was a safe spot right there. And back in. Alright. I bet you're wondering why do we need the currency. Well, there is a character you're gonna be. He basically resides in the library. He is gonna be the in-game vendor. You guys can get some more money. You guys can get some rare gems. But let's see how this plays out. There we go. Oh god, the flesh golem. Go. Here again. So this is... Come on. There we go. Sunglasses so early. But at this point, any defenses is gonna be will be helping anyone out. Alright, let's keep going down. I could probably use the extra levels because that fight was not nice. Alright, so what is it? And there's a Bastard. I think that's a short knife. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'll just stick to the short sword. So you did go that way. Ow. Really gotta use that shield. Alright. Where am I at right now? There again. So there's a door down there that's magically sealed. Alright, so I am going on the right path. I'll be taking my aim, thank you. Hey! There we go. Yeah, you're thinking you can get another set of items, don't bother. It's just gonna be a one-off for some of these. Come on. There we go. Nope, nope. There we go. Ow. The joys of experimentation, I suppose. This should be our next artifact up. A cloth cape. Oh, well, maybe but shabby looking. Yeah, you can tell it's shabby looking. Yes, any cape you get in the game will actually change Alucard's color scheme in a way. Done. Ow. Jump, jump, jump. No, I want my knife. Alright. Luckily we don't have to go to this boss fight again. So So if anyone is read the text scroll, this takes place 5 years after the events of Rondo of Blood, Dracula X. Why did I slide? Oh, okay, got me a free short sword. Alright, so I wasn't there, so I gotta go up. Yeah, you will be checking out the map often. I'm never gonna say no to a safe spot. Those of you who are more used to playing, say, there we go. Those of you that have played the Castlevania games before the PS3 group, before their remake ruined it all. Oh, Paradox. That's a really dirty item, the stone. Ow. Why did I jump down there? Oh, okay. Well, I just got a potion out of it. Ah, that's the, oh god, it has a name for it. What's it? I always call it just, Holy Ashes. That's what it is. Okay, so... Right, I just went full loop. But I will say this, getting 200% is also going to be very useful, especially when you get specific type of armor. Ow! Yes, the way I'm talking about this, I actually do have some foreknowledge. Some foreknowledge of this, but it's been such a long time that I probably forgot a good chunk of it. Ah, and now we got our holy water. If you ask me, you've seen starting weapons always has advantages, disadvantages. Nope. There we go. Really should have kept. Hey, nope. Ow. God, getting attacked like furniture. Alright. But it never hurts to basically get off the beaten path. So if anyone ever played the original Castlevania on the NES, you guys know it is. It's one of those Nintendo hard games. And it actually does hold the reason. I've never actually beaten any of the NES entries before. One of which being the original Castlevania. The farthest advance to get is to death. For Castlevania 1, I was constantly lost on Castlevania 2, and I actually never got around to playing 3. Alright, there we go. A mannequin. Ow. Ow! I know I was thinking a completely different path, but... Ah, yes, now I remember. So there's a piece of equipment in the game called the walking armor. So what walking armor does is it powers up Alucard, depending on how much of the map you manage to cover. So say if you did the full 100, so you managed to get the walking armor right now. It's not gonna mean much because I don't think we got like maybe a good chunk of the map sorted out. That's also not counting secret areas. There we go. Ah, the Spirit Orb. I think that's the one that tells us about the health gauges now. Let me just smack him. Let me just smack him. Alright. Yep, now we can... Alright, now we can see that... Yeah, you ain't that tough. Especially against holy water. Yep. There we go. Nice and clean. Little imps. Little imps. Alright. Not too bad. There's another big boy around here. Oh. Ow. Ow! Yeah, that means I shouldn't have even been coming down here. Well, but at least you guys know how... I did say I was gonna die. Alright, let's get back into it. Luckily, my save wasn't that. Okay, so I barely even got 10% of the map before I died. Where was I now? Ah, okay, so it's... Alright, so I'm going up. Yep. There we go. One thing they do like is the fact that prior to Lords of Shadow, which, as you asked me, really ruined the Castlevania series for me, is they have a pretty interesting lore. Like, pretty interesting lore and story behind it all. I mean, they go in details about... I would like to say I meant to do that, but I'm not gonna lie to myself. Oh, back to... What was that? Oh, right. The lore for this game is very interesting at least, especially when they did more releases and they had a way to actually explain certain pieces of lore. One being how Dracula came to be, how the Belmont clan wound up being the harbinger of death towards anything demonic. Alright. Okay, so I got the holy water again. I will be doing the detour until I can get that, or until I can get that item. After that, I'm just doubling back. Alright, there we go. Alright. First things first. Okay. God, that would have saved me some trouble. You know what? What's done is done. But back on subject. Considering the NES release was the one that focused more on Simon Belmont and his grandfather Trevor, which I really like because it actually did introduce how the Belmonts came to be and so on and so forth. With Simon basically being what really started the entire story. And then it followed with Trevor just to show a bit more of the family. And then it got later on, once the Super Nintendo got released, it came out with the screw you, just take some water. Alright. I just need the spare cube. Nice! Oh, okay, I'm losing track. Oh, I can't believe I'm losing track. Right. So one of the things that happened is, okay, where is that cube? Where's that spirit item? I think I'm on the right path. Yeah, there it is. Ow. Got it. Okay, there it is. Alright. The third orb, I'm not going down that one path because that is death right now. So, oh, smart potion. Wait, what the hell is a smart potion? Alright. Alright, I'll bite. What's a smart potion? Temporary raises intelligence. Oh, great. So, no, I can't say that because myself. This group would get mad at me. So once it came out on the Super Nintendo, they released it as Super Castlevania, which is basically a retelling of Castlevania, the first Castlevania on the NES. And then it came out with Rondo Blood and then it later released Rondo Blood or Dracula X, depending on your region. Which is also pretty solid title, which also introduced the crash system. Also, anyone that has the... and then after that, it went up... oh, great, a Flea Man. No.
Wait a moment.
Oh.
You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again, if you live that long. Farewell.
So that little girl that we met in the first game at the very start is Maria. Okay. Oh, what's it? Oh, right. Right. I was talking about the original game where released Castlevania. So they released 3 Castlevania games, and I believe they only made 2 of them canon. The third one is non-canon because the creator of Castlevania, forgot, literally said that a woman cannot use Vampire Killer at all. And that seems like that's a bit sexist. And if we had to keep that plot point, it would actually would have made Lords of Shadow so much better. They actually did lose a pretty powerful female character in the series with Sophia Belmont. Was it Sophia or Sonia Belmont? Such a long time. Ooh, one of my other favorite abilities. Okay, we got holy water, we got the clock, the book, the Bible. So I was just trying to remember some of the special moves. Alright. Ow. There we go. So this so there will be certain spots that we're gonna need some key items for it, but oh my god, I'll lose track of myself. Right. So the creator of Castlevania, when a record said that Sophia Belmont, one of the female characters in the series, cannot use Vampire Killer, which would have been a very good plot point, and it would have tied in Lords of Shadow to the core Castlevania series. Ow, Jesus! Oh, another shield. Like I need a second one. Yeah, I'll probably sell it. Oh, I guess you're not immune to time. Unfortunately, you will come across certain enemies that are immune to time stop. Either immune or have resistance to it. But so eventually, once the next gen came out, then we had a few other entries to Castlevania, which is the Dracula X Chronicles on the PlayStation 1. Should really do one of those one of these days. Ow! Oh, great! No! All right. There we go. Another letter shield. Which they released on that. Which they did a retelling of Richter Belmont, one of the more powerful Castlevania members. Which eventually leads us to Symphony of the Night. Also, the Nintendo 64 actually did have a Castlevania release, a 3D one. It wasn't very well received. I actually played it. It wasn't as the controls needed more work. I was more lost than anything else, but it was a fun little game. Circle. Though you do play as 2 different characters. Ow, ow. Okay, I'm going upstairs. I forgot armors are fully immune to that damn thing. Alright, what's my level right now? 8. I think I may be a little... yeah, in that one, you actually do play. Jeez, it. Okay, that was not me. But in that entry, you play as two different individuals. I think was it Reinhard Schneider, and who's basically like an offshoot descendant of the, who's basically a distant descendant of the Belmont bloodline, and a female mage. I forgot her name though. I actually, which is really sad because I actually did my run with her. Oh, thank God, there's a safe spot. Oh, right, forgot. There was a Sega Genesis release, Castlevania Bloodlines, which takes place during World War One, I think. Which you play as Jonathan Morris and another individual who uses the spear. Oh God, I think I'm dealing. Oh yeah, this is the double ganger fight. Ow. Ah! Jesus. Alright, so get him to a corner, we'll just... Ow. Okay, so you got a sword. Good for you. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Keep him. Okay. Ow. Come on. Oh, thank God. And there is my life increase. There it is. So eventually it wound up getting more releases into... Oh, finally a better weapon. The Gladius. Sword of Ancient Rome, and it does 1 extra point of damage. God damn it. I gotta run all the way back. Oh, but we can do a little more damage. And also replenish my hearts. So eventually, once the back onto the series. Once the PS2 era, for the PlayStation 2, there was 2 entries. I think it was called Harmony of Dissonance and Lament of Sorrow. No, Lament of Innocence. Lament of Innocence. Which basically which explains how the Belmont clan actually how they became vampire hunters. Through Lee and Vermont, they explain how both Dracula, how Dracula and the Belmont clan actually had their massive rivalry. I wouldn't say rivalry. Their hatred towards each other, especially once you know the backstory and how the vampire killer was made. Yeah, I'd be a little pissed off too. Ah, ancient, the long library. So we're about to meet our the game's vendor. Ow. And then the game following that is Harmony and Dissonance, which jeez, I should say that hit them. Which explains more about which explains one of the people that actually worked under Hector, under Dracula, a man named Hector, who is a devil fortune. And they do explain what he is and how, in a way, he's tied to the entire series as a whole. Especially where they actually had a segment where he actually worked with Trevor of all people. Alright. Ron's curious. So, yep. New armor. There is a button code for that, but and then once the I think and then after a while, and then it did get any. It wound up getting 3 GBA releases. Ow. Which is Circle of the Moon. No, hurry. Oh god, not trying to remember which entry was which. I am so. There are so many entries, but it did manage to get 3 entries. Hey. Oh, great. Okay, and Curse should be cleared right about... Come on. Clear. Get clear, stupid Curse. Give me a quick second.
It's been a long time, old one.
Sir, I cannot aid one who opposes the master.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
I'm interested in this.
Thank you.
I'm interested in this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, sorry about that. Had to deal with something work related. Right, so we have to get our hands on some decent gear. A velvet has basic man with the castle. Yeah, we're not gonna use that. We're gonna work our way up on that. Yeah, we're taking. All right, we're taking another hat. Oh yes, these are all the enemies we're going to be dealing with.
Farewell for now.
Oh, you bastard. Alright, so I think it's going to be, yep. Really? Alright. Okay, we got a new weapon. Wait, when did I get attack ability? Wait, was that the purchase I did? Enchanted library cards. So, if I remember right, this will take you back to the library? The library? Give me a second. I know there's a way to... Give me a second. I'm trying to remember... There is a way to... I'm trying to remember that there was a way to actually sort that out so it doesn't become a convoluted mess. Alright. Regardless of the matter, we got what we need. Alright, the curse status. There we go. Ooh, I'm taking that one. $1. Freaking dollar. I feel cheated already. There we go. Fairy scroll. So now we got so obviously as the fairy scroll will now tell us the amount of damage that will tell us what kind of enemies we're dealing with. So spell books, magic books. Thorn killing me. I'll kill you later. How about you come up to my level? Hey, get back here. Come on. There you go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. God, I forgot how much power those spellbooks take. Alright, so our business in the library is done. Ah, uncurse. Right, where was I before that? Oh, right, the 3 releases for the Game Boy Advance. So with that one, they actually did decide to bring back the Metroidvania formula. With the first one, I guess to test out whether it works. The second game, you actually play another Belmont, Juice to Belmont. And then lastly, we actually play a game that actually takes place in the future, in the present day, with who was it? With Soma Cruz. Ah. And that is our first teleport in the game. Oh, right. Which takes place in the 2030s. Oh wait, there was a specific item I can get in that area. Give me a second. Oh, wonderful. Ah, there was this. Right, so the spot right there I can get my hands on. This I can actually get to it. But, oh god. Well, yeah, so that takes place in the 2030s. And then we had 3 dual screen releases, which is Dawn of Sorrow, very original Nintendo. Okay, so I'm gonna need to have the jump boots for that one. Ow. Okay, how the hell do zombies do 7 damage? That makes... You know what? I don't even want to think about it. Ow. Screw you, mer people. Right. Need to get there. Go to here and then there's a special thing you get there. I'm just trying to remember how to get it though. Ugh, god damn it. Right. Enough with that. Right, enough with that nonsense. So, which in that one you actually get 2 different endings, which you actually get different endings depending with the Ariasaur and Donosaur. This is the third entry for the GBA and the first one for the Nintendo DS. Which I guess after that they actually followed up with multiple endings for the two following entries, Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia. If I ever figure out a way how to get those to run on DS, I'll do a run on them. That or just buy them off of Steam. Because the original Konami just doesn't know how to market their games properly. Bunch of idiots. But yeah, once the PS2 and the DS era were done, that's when we wound up going to Lord of the Shadow, which is basically a full-on reboot of the entire Castlevania series. So we're never going to see it was touched upon in Ariasaru as the War of 1999. Oh god, this guy again. Right, keep distance. Keep distance. Jeez, that took a lot. Alright, what do you got from 100 bucks? Yeah, careful with the green Medusa heads. Those are not... Elevator activated. There we go. Ah, damn it, hard up. Please, I'm just trying to get, and I gotta become a wolf, a bat, or basically get a specific type of item. Ah, the Bible. Bible does is basically a defense shield. But yeah, those are the original Castlevania series. There is a couple arcade games, but I've never played them. So whatever you can find on them, that's on you. And we are now the clock tower. Any Castlevania player worth their salt knows that the clock tower is... Hey, back off. But God, what's right? Lord of the Shadow. They asked me, that's what really destroyed the series in general. Since they literally had the entire setup with basically the Belmonts and Dracula are literally part of the same family, which just made it into a convoluted mess. Like I said, if the creator of Castlevania never said that Sophia Belmont wouldn't have been a vampire killer, then that plot point would have made more sense. Ow! Alright. Okay, so I'm probably going to need to have some other abilities since I can't run. Alright, the elevator is open now, so I can just go down there and do a quick check. Ow. Oh, come on! Double shot by a Medusa? Embarrassing. But at least the elevator's working now, so... That gives me Solar Wolf. Alright. Transforms into a wolf. So I think it's going to be one of the, there we go. Ah, now we know where. Okay, now we know where. Okay, now we know where to use a Solo Wolf now. Okay, now I know where. Alright. Now I know why I need Solo Wolf. So, yep. Okay. Alright, in here again. So, because of that, they've ruined Castlevania because of that plot point. If they just kept Sophia as part of the canon, then it would have made more sense on how Dracula can come back into the fight. Okay. Ow. Oh, come on! Alright, this means we need the wolf. It's either the wolf or the bat ability. It's one of those two. Yeah, I think it might have to be the bat ability. Alright, so I'm not gonna go down that path again for a moment. Oh, really? No, if I get taken out by zombies, that's just gonna be depressing. Go. Right. Okay, back to the portal. Alright, so that. Alright. This. Alright. Let's just get to the safe spot. Because I started this stream late, I'm probably just gonna call it a night in a bit. Alright. Safe spot above. Oh, great. Nope, nope, nope. Hell no. So that means I can actually get that heart container now. Alright. But I'll do that for another time. Well, anyways. Game saved. Anyways, this is Red Eye Latte, and I will see. And as always, stay caffeinated.